scaffold board to make a sign for the front of the porch. So first of all, I'm going to remove these. So this is going to be carved from an old scaffold board. It's been in my garage for quite a while. I've got a dehumidifier on in my garage. The moisture level isn't too high, so it has dried out. But there's been no other real preparation. It's not cupped too much, because they can cup a lot, which is where it bows in the middle. But it's scaffold boards are a cheap way of carving, but they can have their challenges because it's a soft wood, so you can over sand it at times when you're finishing the letters, etc., as you'll see as this progresses. So that's the start of the rough shape of it. Okay, so that's going to get sanded down, and then going to put some sanding sealer on it, and then I'm going to get a rough shape, and then I'm going to start routing it out. So sanding sealer, what this does is raises the grain, and then when I sand it initially, it just sands better, and then I then reapply it, so that when you'll see at the later stage, when this will raise the grain then on the first one, and then I do use a pre-stain conditioner if I'm painting, but you'll see that later as well. It's just the first stage. So here I've got a templates kit. You can buy them Amazon, etc. Placing them on the sign, and then you spray with black paint. Just got to be careful that you don't have the spray paint too close, or you dislodge the templates. Once this is done, let that dry for like 10 minutes. Make sure you're not in a windy area, and then you have the places where you can now carve and see exactly where you're going to carve, which you'll see now. So I'm just removing the letters and numbers now. The spray paint's dried, and now you can see exactly where I need to carve. This is just the easiest way to template this pre-carving. So I'm carving out the letters now. You can see me using my little mini router with the 1/4 inch bits in. I'm using a profile bit to take away, because I'm doing inset letters, so a profile bit on all of this, and then I'm going to use a jigsaw here just to create a better shape within the sign. Start of the carving. It's come out alright. Got a lot better. Practiced a few things. So that's been cut off. This has all got to be shaped a little bit and routed the edges, so it's not the full shape yet. So if you imagine that, and then we've got 21, which has come out quite good. Paragon has come out really good. And we've got Simi, and if you look, it's got Simba, that'll all come out better. I love Helen, and then Gary, it's carved by me. So it's going to be black letters, brown sanded and stained, a bit like this, and then a black edge all the way around. That'll go on the fascia, the grey fascia. So it's going to look good, isn't it? So that's a profile bit. I've got it set at about, say, 4 millimeters. I'm just cutting the edges. I'm doing inset lettering. Can you see there? It's better. Inset lettering. So I'm going around. Say this one's a blunter one, but it's I think it's a profile bit. That I do that. Now cut around the edge, and it keeps that bit neat. Got to go over it again, a bit deeper. Okay, then the next one I'll come in with, these are quite big, so I'll probably go in with a 60 degree, and that'll just clean up. But you've got a chance then of keeping that really neat. This is what's staying, that's what's going, that's what's going. So that's all inset, and that'll be outset. I might do it all inset, actually I think I will. So So that's it. So we'll swap to the 60-degree V groove next. And I might, this is quite a good one as well. So okay, right, it's 8:06 PM, Sunday, 7th of May. Getting there. I'll do a little play about with the new bits. So we've got, that's going to be cut off and neatened up. I'm going to router all around this edge to neaten it up. I managed to get Love, Ellen, Simmy and Gary in there, which I'll clean up. Made it very small, that is. I need a real small bit for that. This just needs cleaning up. Just the edges now, just to get that nice bit of sandpaper in there. And then I should spray it grey, sand it back so you get all the grey in there. I might add a bit of colour to Simmy, and then when it gets its stain and its varnish, it'll look fantastic. So it's coming on. Made a mistake there. I'm not sure what I'll do with that, but I'll cover that up, fill it up probably. But all good. Okay, so a bit better. The only problem is with that, like that, I'm going to sand it a bit, but it's because this scaffold board is slightly warped, or I over sanded it. Again, I'm only learning with this, so lesson learned. Make sure this is dead flat. If you want dead flat inserts, I should have done, if the board isn't sort of plumb, I should have done outside lettering, which would have, well, it would have probably still been the same, but it wouldn't have shown as much, but this will get sanded anyway. But it's nicer now it's deeper, so I've got these bits to tidy up, and then weigh, and then we're there. Just tidy those up. I've lost Gary, and then this will get sprayed. I want grey inside, and then a nice brown wood looking effect, so it matches with the grey fascia. And Helen did want the cat. I haven't got ginger paint, so that's supposed to be Sim, our cat. Okay, and that's the bit I'm using. I quite like that bit. I don't really know what it is, but it seems to be. So that's it for today. I did this started this in the afternoon, so we'll run into tomorrow, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Morning. So this is the start of the carving. It's come out alright. Got a lot better. Practiced a few things. So that's been cut off. This has all got to be shaped a little bit and routed the edges, so it's not the full shape yet. So if you imagine that. And then we've got 21, which has come out quite good. Paragon Way's come out really good. And we've got Simmy. And if you look, it's got Simba, that'll all come out better. Love, Helen, and then Gary, carved by me. So it's going to be black letters, brown sanded and stained, a bit like this, and then a black edge all the way around. That'll go on the fascia, the grey fascia. So it's going to look good, isn't it? Okay, so I've sprayed Love, Helen, and Simmy. Might need another coat. I don't want to do too much, just sanding it off, but I'll show you how to do that. And then we've got the grey in Paragon Way, and then this will get painted. Probably I'll do a black border on there. So yeah, and the paint I've used is Painter's Touch Rust-Oleum for the black, grey. That's good paint, and the plastic coat black. So that's the end of part 1. Join me in part 2, where you'll see me sanding off the paint to reveal the numbers and letters, and then staining the external wood, because this is an external sign, and then it will be finished and put up on the fascia. It'll look amazing. Thank you. And then I'll list all the things I use, materials, tools, in my Amazon links shop in the next episode, or the final episode, which is part 2. Thank you.